Hello again, friends and loyal Wolfpack members. Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to Into the Black. The series where we go and explore the deep void. Have a look at what the verse has to offer us. And just talk about random crap. So, what are we doing currently? Well, currently we're heading over to the Lagoon Nebula. Most of you will already know about this. But those of you who may just be tuning in, that's what we're currently doing. Although right now we're currently charging up to jump over to the next system. So we'll have a bit more of a closer look at our destination and our departure point as soon as we reach the next system. Because what we're doing at the moment is we're just going out with Commander Mel Reynolds here. Yes, that is why we have the intro. So, anyway, we're going to go and have a look at a bunch of nebulae, although we're still quite a ways off from getting there. So, ooh, here we are. Hello. Let's go and find out what's in the system. Scan the main star. Ooh, 17 things in system. Anything interesting? Not massively. And obviously a lot of this has already been scanned previously. I mean, there's a couple of planets we could go and land on. Actually, there's a fair few down the bottom. And none of these have actually been scanned. Well, that one has. And what's this? What class of star is this? Is an M class. So potentially some of these may be terraformable, or I seriously doubt it. But anyway, let's go and have a look at the system map. First of all, we're going to go and have a look down here. So how far are we away from our current destination? 3,000 light years, all but the kicking and screaming, pretty much. And we left from Jonai, I think it was Jonai, at least not Lonai. Yes, we're from the Lone Eye system. What do you think of my Emperor Palpatine impersonation there? Something dark side of the Force. So yeah, we're about 1,500 light years away from the home system. So we've moved a little bit since the last time, although I'm not spending as much time on this account as I usually would. If this was my main account, I'd probably on this a lot more often, actually going out exploring. But as I've stated previously, I've already hit Elite in Exploration with my main account. And that's kind of the goal for this one. Maybe get some interesting trade, but we'll do it through smuggling because we don't want to do it through any... Well, to be perfectly honest, the crew of the actual Serenity, they'll take whatever work they can get. It's just, it's not always possible to get legal work. So they're smugglers, they're traffickers, they do whatever they need to do. They're thieves, they'll do whatever. So that's what we're going to do. The idea currently is to go out, do this little trip, and try and get as much scan data as possible to go and sell up, trade into one of the current... Well, basically we're either going to go with Alvira Mortuk or we're going to go to Felicity Farseer. I'm going to go sell our data there after we go and unlock them. Now, it's going to be interesting trying to work out what we're going to go and do. I mean, we may end up... There we go. Let's get out of the Corona, because I've made this mistake before whilst doing a little bit of recording. Because, as we can see, I've lost a good deal on a bunch of my modules here. Why is that? It's because I was a dumbass and actually went into the system map, or the galaxy map, whilst I was still fuel scooping, and I forget that this ship doesn't have the greatest of heat dispersions. So let's see what we've got in this system. Anything of... Ooh, hello. Really? Zero? Zero? I'm thinking it's going to be zero. You've come into this system, you've scanned the main star, but you have not scanned the water world and the potentially terraformable high metal content. Okay, no, I'm happy to go and take these off your hands. Wait a sec, did I scan that main star? Yeah, I did. Okay, so this one is behind us. How far is it? But I know what's going to happen. I'm probably not going to end up getting this particular scan myself, because on average I'm going to have about 2,000 to 3,000 views on this video, which is my current kind of average for these type of things. I mean, I have some videos that do really, really well and some that don't do so well. I mean, currently my best video, sorry, my hand just went right in front of my mouth if that sounded a bit weird. My best video so far to date is my first impressions, my stock first impression, I should say, of the Federal Corvette. I was a bit surprised, actually. I was expecting it to be the one for the Imperial Cutter, but not as many people have viewed that video. Maybe two-thirds, maybe? Not sure. We'll have to see. I mean, I could go and pick up the stats now, but I don't want to have to keep checking out things over on the other panels. But we'll see. Right, so it is a water world. So let's find out if it was, in fact, terraformable. Yes, it is a candidate for terraforming, so that is nice. So that's awesome. That's be a nice little fishing village. So let's go and scan this one. I mean, that was an ice body, I'm pretty sure it is. It's either an ice or a rock, and that's definitely an icy body. Or it could even be a rocky body as well. We'll find out. Might as well go and scan the rest of the system, I suspect. There's only 4 bodies in the system. So we'll go and do that. I mean, it's not like things are that far apart. Yeah. No, the furthest we're going to have to go is around about 4,000, maybe 5,000 light years if we go and go quite a distance. They might be, from the two extremes, they might be about 5,000 light years at most between, but I don't think that's actually going to be the case. So we're coming up, we're not that far off, and it's kind of getting interesting because coming out here, because I'm personally rather spoiled when it comes to exploration. I mean, I had an Anaconda which was doing over 55 light years. Well, actually, it was just under 55 light years. It's now gone down to about 29 light years, because that's the Anaconda that was in a previous video that I have gone and kitted out for combat. And that video did fairly well. That was actually a really nice one. Although, obviously, when you get that many views, you're gonna attract negative comments. One of them I found rather amusing. It was like, you haven't even got grade 5 stuff, so why make a video on it? Go and make an effort on it. Which I thought was rather amusing. So that's kind of funny. What that I thought was amusing. What I didn't think was amusing was this guy trying to post a link to his own channel. Which, no, I've got no issues with that as long as you ask first. If you don't ask, you don't get. So, and it does help if you're nice about it first. So that's why that comment does not show. But yeah. I mean, I've been having people asking me about how I got to where I am on YouTube, and to me I'm doing okay, but I'm not like a YouTube superstar or whatever. Hell no, I'm just some dude that puts up pictures, some videos on YouTube. I put up pictures as well, just not on YouTube. And really all that's happened is I jumped on Elite at the right time. I jumped in when it was still in beta and it was just going into Gamma, which was pre-release pretty much. It was like about, I think Gamma was about a month or so before the game actually launched. I think, or a couple of weeks at least. So I got to play the game basically at 1.0 before the game actually went live, which was nice. And I was a bit cheeky about it. I went and put out a mining guide back in the day. I mean, it was my first ever tutorial was a mining guide. And what happened really is that was what people were searching for at the time, because I wanted to know how to do mining, because it seemed at that point that was one of the fastest ways of making money early on. And it certainly was the case at the time. And yes, this is an icy body, so that's definitely not a terraformable world. But let's go and scan everything else. So icy bodies, they're not going to be worth a lot, but they're going to be interesting at least. And it's nice to get Mel Reynolds' name on these things. But I'm not the only Mel Reynolds. There's a couple of them going around. Well, a couple of us even. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. That happens a lot. Usually, I don't notice that I've gotten sidetracked, and I'll carry on and talk about something else and then never get back to my original point. But I noticed this time. So it's like once in a blue moon kind of thing. But what happened was I made this mining tutorial and it got a lot of hits. I mean, I think I've actually made 3 mining tutorials. I've always expanded on them every time. And I've done one video which was just looking at mining in, well, post an update when they actually had the collector limpets and everything, so that was cool. I still need to make a new one about mining in wings. I just don't want to do I don't want to do it again. I don't want to do any more mining, especially after the Rise to Power events when we had the wildcard community goals for the Wolves of Jonah. I spent a week solid inside of a mining field, and I'm pretty sure I mined over 2,000 tons of gold in that. It was horrendous. And it wasn't horrendous, it was kind of therapeutic. It was quite funny actually going and talking, I mean, just being on TeamSpeak with some other of the pack members and just having 3 wings in one in one instance, all mining the same rocks. Because that's the thing you can do, and you only need one collector limpet. Not collector limpet, one prospector limpet between 3 wings. So that's awesome. And it was working really well. And we learned so many of the game mechanics through just doing this event. Obviously we were doing really well. I think we came like 2nd or 3rd, I think it was 3rd. I can't remember. Might have even been 4th. It was between 2nd and 4th anyway. Because the Russians went and beat us out. Oh, there we go. That's the whole system scanned. So let's see. We have terraformable, non-terraformable, obviously not terraformable, and really, really not terraformable with a helium atmosphere. What's that? Methane rich. Wow. You don't want to go landing on that one. I suspect if you actually go and try landing on that planet, the entire atmosphere may go nuclear on you. It may just have be one big mushroom cloud. That one is nitrogen atmosphere. That one's not too bad. I'm pretty sure nitrogen doesn't ignite. I'm not sure. I might be wrong. And ammonia. Oh, right. So it's terraformable ammonia. Does it have any life on here? Carbon-based, water-based life. Carbon water-based life. Okay. That breathes ammonia, potentially. Alright. Okay, so that's interesting. Right, anyway, let's move on to the next system. Because I'm really hoping to find like an Earth-like or something along those lines. I mean, we found I might have found one. I don't remember. Because my memory is absolutely appalling. But anyway, yeah. I'm getting off topic yet again. But as I said, people have been asking me how I got to where I am, and it's a mix of a couple of things. I mean, I've come across people that make really well made videos. I mean, there's a guy called Outlandish Pixel. I know I kind of know him outside of YouTube now in a way, because we kind of started getting on outside of YouTube, so we're kind of acquaintances on the cusp of potentially one day becoming friends. Because I've not actually met him yet, but I've spoken to him quite a bit, and he's a nice guy. But he makes really well-made Elite Dangerous videos. He's not put up a lot recently because he's been working a really tough job recently. I think he was a sound engineer or something. Some jobs that either I don't understand or I really don't want to have to deal with. And he puts up some really, really good videos. He's put up some really, really nice tutorials. He's only got a couple up. I mean, they're I can't remember what he called them. But it was like, they were put together in the vein of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy movie. And they were really, really good. I think it was the Outlandish Guide to the Galaxy or something along those lines. Really well made videos. And I think he's got a couple up. 1, maybe 2. And they were really well made, but he's really small still. Just because I think what happened is he's come into the elite area a little bit later than the rest of us, because I jumped on like really early. I jumped on after Eastern Owner. I think I jumped on after Outlandish. Obsidian Ant, I'm not sure. I think me and him maybe came on around about the same time. But I started making videos. And at this point, I'd been making YouTube videos for a little while. So I'd gotten to the point where I was no longer nervous talking on the video. So me doing voiceovers and stuff wasn't an issue for me. Which I think in a way is really important, because I know there's guys like Isanona and other guys that don't do voiceovers, they just have the text on screen, which is fine. That works fine for some people, but it doesn't work for me, because I can't stand watching videos like that, because I'm dyslexic, I struggle reading. So I like to be able to hear people. If I want to read something, I'll actually read articles and stuff, because that's easier for me. Alright, okay. Nothing too interesting in this system. A couple of either icy or rocky bodies, some high metal rocky bodies. They're all landable, so they're not likely to be terraformable. Although, I have seen a terraformable, landable high metal content planet, I think it was. Not sure if that's a bug, because I'm pretty sure you need an atmosphere to be terraformable. I might be wrong. But, yeah. That was actually shown to me by one of the wolf pack. So that was cool. But anyway, yeah, again, sidetracked. Bad chaos. Bad. Smack. I really do need someone just sitting behind me and just give me a slap around the back of the head every time I get sidetracked. And I'm pretty sure there'll be absolutely no shortage of applicants for that job. It's like, oh, we get to hit chaos. No repercussions. Oh, sign me up. But yeah, so like I said, I think actually having dialogue, actually talking in your videos is really important for being successful in certain things, because let's be honest, in a lot of the stuff that you do in Elite, unless you're doing combat all the time, it's not exactly pulse pounding stuff. You're flying from one station to the next. It's very high kind of skill in a way, because you have to actually control your ship. It's even higher skill if you don't have a HOTAS or a hands-on flight, hands-on stick and throttle. So a stick and throttle setup, which I've got, because I've got the X52 Pro, which I think makes this game immeasurably easier to control, and a lot more immersive as well. But if you're doing it with a mouse and keyboard, you have my respect, people, because I was doing mouse and keyboard for like a week until my first flight stick turned up, and I hated it. I hated doing it. But yeah, anyway, what have we got in the system? But yes, I think actually talking in your videos is really important, because it lets people get to know who you are more as well. It's more of a personal feeling. It's more of a personal relationship you can build with your viewer base. And I encourage that, because I like talking to you guys. I mean, you can't talk, basically, I can't say I'm talking to you. I'm technically talking at you. I'm talking at my microphone that's sitting in front of me. And through the power of the internet and YouTube, it's going to be eventually reaching you guys after I've edited out all my screw-ups and so on. So don't be surprised if you see this video in like about 2 months' time, after I finally get back to where I am after I blew myself up and I don't want to admit it or something. Yeah, that's really good. And the next, so basically point 1. Try and get on something a bit early. Do something that you enjoy doing as well. That's another point. And talk while you're doing it, because not everybody likes to sit and stare intently at the screen and read things. Some people like to have the videos off playing in the background while they're doing something else. So actually you talking is really, really important. Because one of the guys that asked me, I went and quickly checked his channel, and basically he seems to do Overwatch content, and he just plays matches, records it, and then posts it up. Does a little bit of editing, like special effectsy kind of stuff on it, and that's about it. But he doesn't talk, and that's nice. It's okay, but nobody. Those kind of I'm sorry to say, but those type of videos are a dime a dozen. There's so many of them on YouTube. You have to do something exceptionally well do something a bit different to stand out. And I'm sorry to say, but those videos kind of didn't. So you have to do something to stand out. And not only that, but if you are talking, you do. I hesitate to say this because I want to kind of sound. I don't want to sound like I'm being kind of. I don't know. I'm being blunt. Let's put it that way. You kind of have to have some kind of personality, let's say, because I've watched so many YouTube videos where people are just talking and they're just droning, and that's not exactly interesting to listen to. I'd like to think that I don't have a droning voice because I'd like to think that I'm a bit more animated and I actually do talk and everything is more interesting to listen to. Let me know down in the comments whether you think I'm actually interesting to listen to. I'd like to think so. Some people think I'm interesting, but some people think I have a fake laugh. that's quite amusing, because like me laughing just now, people think that's fake. You know, I can't fake laugh. I can't do that. I can't force stuff. I either have to find it amusing or not. But I'm lucky in a way because I find so much stuff amusing. So yeah, do something that you're passionate about as well, because that is really, really important. If you don't have a passion for it, or if you're faking interest for it, I mean, I've known YouTube channels that were playing games. There was one specifically that was playing Elite Dangerous, and after a while he just complained about the game so much because he just was not interested in it. And he just didn't like it. And he actually said that I don't play this game to enjoy it. I play this game because it's my job. I make videos because it's my job. And it's like, obviously his channel wasn't doing very well. Thankfully, he stopped doing Elite Dangerous videos. That sounds wrong, but I'll explain what I'm talking about in a sec. He's actually started doing other types of videos that he actually cares more about, and he's doing better now. So that's great. I mean, there was a bit of a thing where me and him had a bit of a disagreement, so to speak, more with him with me than anything else. But that's fine. I'm happy that he's doing better. In fact, I think he may even be bigger than me now, but in subscriber numbers and so on, for doing something completely different, which is fine. I'm happy for people to do things. I just don't like it when I get personal attacks on my character. Thankfully, that's all over and done with now. So oh well. And no, I'm not going to be saying who it is, because I'm not going to go and get people going over to him now and dredging up old ancient past. But anyway, yeah, do something. Like I said, do something you're passionate in. Talk about it. Actually be animated and don't just drone. If you are just going to drone in your videos, you might as well just put the subtitles up and just deal with that. The reason I like doing voiceovers as well is because I can talk faster than I can type. Like I said, I'm dyslexic, so I struggle with well, not with typing. I struggle a little bit with reading and writing. I'm nowhere near as bad as I used to be. I mean, when I left high school, I could barely read. Well, actually, no, when I started high school, I could barely read. So I kind of had to teach myself to read in many respects. Or at least read to any decent, competent level. Because I hated reading, I hated writing back in the day. But then I found a author that I really, really liked. And after reading his books and stuff, I felt like he was actually writing them to me, in a way. Right, I don't think I'm going to go anywhere else in this system. Let's have a look. I think it was just this one that I wanted to go and see. It's a high metal content. Yeah, it's not terraformable. I'm not surprised, because it seems to be like a rogue-ish planet. It's not orbiting anything specifically, as far as I can tell, or otherwise it's orbiting all of these. That's got to be a slightly erratic style orbit, I suspect. Or maybe not. Maybe it's far enough away that the individual gravities just merge together into one big gravitational field, perhaps. I'm not sure. There's a helium world as well. So if we did land there, we'd probably be able to live for just long enough to laugh each other silly at how squeaky our voices went. But oh well. Let's move on. Let's go to the next system. And the thing is as well, you've got, like, going back to the previous points and stuff, because I'm getting sidetracked again, but you have to have something about your channel that distinguishes you from the crowd. I mean, I had this conversation with Obsidian Ant at one point, because we have to have things that distinguish ourselves differently. Now, this was a friendly conversation. There was no nothing, because me and him get on well enough. But the discussion arose, like, doing things on your channels that distinguish yourselves, that make you different from other YouTubers, because me and him both do Elite videos, but we approach them in very different ways. He goes more the calm, collected route, and I just hit the record button, start talking, and then after a certain amount of time, I just press stop recording. Now, his videos are a little bit more calculated than that, which is great. It's a very different style of video. I suspect that's why a lot of people like his videos, because they do seem a lot more calm and collected. I mean, mine are certainly not that. But specialising as well, because I do mainly ship reviews. I do a lot of tutorials. I haven't done as many recently as I really could do. I need to get back into making tutorials as well, so if you want, guys, go and have a look on my channel. You can have a look in the where is it? In the playlist section. That was the word I was looking for, and you'll find a tutorial playlist. In fact, you don't even need to go to the playlist section. If you go to my main page and scroll right down near the bottom, it's actually there. So it's easier to find that way, I suspect. So you just go there and have a look. You can have a look at the list of things, and if there's anything else that's not there, or even things that need updating, let me know in the comments. Because the problem is, there's so many things to cover in this game, I can't think of them because it's just too many coming to mind. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've not done any very, very, very basic tutorials like how to lift off and fly out the station and target the next system. Because by the time I got to that, I knew it so well, and I'd already got my flight stick or my HOTAS or whatever. I really need to do one just to... you know what, even with a flight stick or a HOTAS, I can probably still do the same thing. I was just thinking of doing it so that at least I knew what the default keys were on the keyboard, because I don't even know that anymore. Because I've been playing this game for so long with a HOTAS that I just don't know how to play with a mouse and keyboard anymore. And the system's almost is kind of a... It's not exactly an interesting system. I don't know, Obsidian Ant be saying, oh, but it's all about the exploration, going out into the unknown. Sorry, I don't share that too much. I want to go out and want to find interesting looking things, and this system's just boring. But yeah, what have we covered already about getting big kind of thing? Well, not big, but being somewhat marginally successful. Is be interesting, do something that distinguishes you from other people, don't drone, do something you enjoy, and try and get on there early, is the kind of thing. Because I tried getting into World of Tanks when I was still heavily into that game. I mean, I made a few videos, you can still find them on my channel if you go and check out the playlist section. Because you won't find them anywhere else, because I don't tell anybody about them. Well, I say that, I'm telling you about it now. But I don't advertise them so much, because it was my massively early attempts at things. I mean, if you're even interested, go and have a look. I mean, I can't imagine that you would be. But you get to see my early attempts. And one of the main things I've got to say about trying to get better at YouTube is just practice. And become comfortable at talking into the microphone. I mean, if you see some of my really early videos, you can see how nervous and how kind of stressed I was at trying to talk into the microphone. I mean, occasional videos I sounded like I was half asleep. I mean, one of my better videos back in the day was called the Doom Turtle Chronicles. That was actually one of my favourite videos that I made back in the day. I sounded like I'm half asleep. But that was mainly because I was suffering from really bad hay fever at that point. So thankfully, things are a bit easier now. I can't remember where I was when I made that video. I can't remember how long ago I made it. If it was more than 5 years ago, I may not have even been living in Norway at that point. I may have been still living in England at that point. So, yep, nothing in this system either. So how many jumps we got until we get to our main point? 11 jumps. So that's going to be interesting. I want to see if I can get there. I probably won't by the end of this video, because I've already been recording for 30 minutes. And I'm talking pretty much non-stop, so I can't really go and edit out too much. Because this is one of the series where I like to try and do as little editing as I can. We just go out, we just go jumping from system to system. Hopefully we find something interesting. And if not, I'll just I'll just keep you enthralled with the majestic sound of my voice. Yeah, right. And the band played Believe It If You Like. But yeah. So, I'm hoping that what I've been saying is potentially going to be helping people that not play, but are trying to do things on YouTube. I mean, the best thing you can do is go and start and cover early access games, potentially, because that's kind of what I did with Elite. I was covering it when it was in Gamma, and I think I got 1 or 2 videos off when it was still in early access beta, whatever, I don't care. Say it, I pronounce it however the hell you want. So, I'm not sure. It's been a while. I mean, I've been making videos for this for about 2 years nearly now. Yeah, it'll be 2 years next month. Holy crud. I mean, I surprised the crap out of myself the other day because I found out just how many videos I have on my channel. I mean, including all the other, from all the other games and everything, because not all of these are Elite Dangerous. They are, well, I'll say they are. I should say, better English even, 553 videos. I mean, I was planning to do something nice for a 500th, but I was putting videos out so quick at that point that I completely missed it. So I thought, you know what, bugger it, I'll do it for my 1000th video instead. Or maybe I'll be an evil git and do it for my 666th, just to be weird. Because I really can't kind of shake off my... I can't really shake off the remnants of my heavy metal heart. Yes, I love my heavy metal music, I love my rock music. I'll always be a metalhead at heart. But I'm just... it's weird. So yeah, I'm hoping that you guys... Oh, I know you guys are enjoying my videos, you keep telling me. I mean, I've had some really nice comments the other day. I mean, let's go and read one of them out if I can find them. There's 2 that I really liked and I really enjoyed reading. I'm going to have to go and scroll a little bit back down my comments, because I do check the comments, I just don't answer them as often as I really should. Because it's getting a bit more and more difficult to do so. So, a lot of the time I just talk about them more than anything else now. But there were 2 currently there that I really liked. There was one from... Oh, I haven't got... There it is. There it is. There was one from... I think it's Revenger681, I think. Not sure if he watches my Elite content, because he was commenting on my XCOM series. Which I find rather amusing, because my XCOM series is actually one of my worst performing series. And this system's not got a lot in it. But he basically says, I love this series, referring to my XCOM 2 series. Keep it up, man. Or keep it up. You're my favourite Let's Play guy on this game. Wow. You know, I never really thought that I would be somebody's favourite Let's Play for XCOM 2. Especially because sometimes I'm actually recording that, and it's usually the last videos that I record in the day. So sometimes I do sound a little bit tired, because I hate recording when I'm tired, because you can hear it in me. Hence why I kind of stock up on energy drinks sometimes. And then people think I sound weird because I'm really hyper. I can't win. But oh well. So that was nice. Thank you for that comment, man. And, or chick, dude, lady, whatever. I don't know. I don't know assuming genders. I'm going to get in trouble for that, potentially. But then the next one is Mr. Nickelbrill or something. It's a new subscriber from Germany. And he says, hey Chaos Wolf, so bear in mind this has actually been translated from German to English by him. So oh, what's the word I'm looking for? This is what happens with me and my dyslexia. I can't think of words and it really frustrates me. The punctuation may be a little bit off and the sentence structure may be a little bit off. But it says, like your vid, it's the first I see from you. You should sort of call yourself Brain Wolf, because I don't see no chaos around here. I merely call myself Chaos Wolf because I like the sound of it. And as aforementioned, I used to be a massive metalhead and I still like my heavy metal. So hence the name why I call myself Chaos Wolf. And It says, I don't see no chaos around here. You're the first planet... this was on a planet-based video, by the way. It says, you're the first planet-based player I've seen that uses his brain. Well, some people may disagree with you there, Mr. Nickelbriller. But he says, unaffected moderation. There's only one thing left to do. Done. I'm now subscriber 21,929. Bloody hell, I didn't realise. The subscriber numbers keep going up, and it surprises me when I keep going and checking them. Because I used to check them constantly, and now I don't. I don't do it now because I get frustrated. I don't get frustrated, but I get obsessed about things. And that in turn frustrates me because I get obsessed about things. And it says, new follower, thank you and greetings from Germany. So, thank you muchly for watching my content. Not sure if you're watching much more of anything else. And I've just realised I'm still sitting in the same spot now, aren't I? So, was there anything else in this system? I don't remember. Did I even set off a pulse? I don't remember. Let's do that now. Because it's nice to see that I'm actually getting newer subscribers from my other content that isn't Elite. I mean, I know some people get drawn over to Elite from other... from my other series that I do, which is really cool. I mean, I never really expect it to happen. It just happens sometimes, which is awesome. But yeah, I think I've probably waffled on long enough. I hope I've covered enough stuff in this video, like talking about what I wanted to talk about. But yeah, we've already been going for like 38 minutes, 40 minutes, and I don't want to go. I don't want to make this into like one of my old mammoth hour-long episodes because not a lot of people can actually kind of commit to sitting down to those. So anyway, I'm going to say thank you. Oh, hello. Binary system. Let's just quickly scan this one, and then we'll do the goodbyes and stuff. So there we go. Let's see what we got. Was that it? 3 stars. Okay. So we'll scan those, and I'm going to bugger off. So let's see. All the distances involved here. These two are very close. So yeah, these distances are not all that big. I mean, these two at least. The other one's about 40,000 light seconds out, and I don't know if I can bother to do that. At least on camera. I'm not going to do it on camera. So let's scan these stars, and let's get the hell out of Dodge. But anyway, guys, I do hope you've enjoyed this video, just flying around in the void and just listening to me waffle on about random crap. You know, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Neither of those good enough for you, that's what the comments are for. But I've been Commander Chaos Wolf from Sci-Fi Gaming. You guys have been epic. You can always go and subscribe for more content just like this, or check out any of the videos up on screen now. But until next time, my fellow commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.